Hello and welcome to Inside Ball. Kevin, Walters and Dobbo. Round 11 is done.
We survived. Let's give ourselves a clap.
Well,
Darcy even showed up this morning too.
A lot has happened, and I'm going to start from the beginning. We're going to address every single thing. Origin side's named. We've got Magic signed up long term, but I think we should address the biggest story. The
biggest story is Kev Walters' extension.
Well, you're going to let me talk about this because I'm not happy with you at all. We've been in this show forever. Firstly, congratulations, a 2-year extension as the Kangaroos coach. Well done. But could you break it on this, please, rather than having to leak it to everyone else?
No, I didn't leak it. I'll tell you what happened. I met Peter.
Firstly, congratulations.
Thanks, Dob. I'm really chuffed with the
2-year extension.
2-year extension.
Yeah.
It was not a long time coming.
Yeah, but we knew it was going to happen.
The pressure from you. What are they doing? Like, you know.
Why just ask?
In Peter we trust, right?
Yes, we do. We absolutely do.
Right, so I met them on Friday afternoon.
3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock, yeah.
I knew that.
At the QRL headquarters in their boardroom there. And, you know, we agreed to keep things rolling along. And so Fox were pretty keen for me to announce it on Fox. And
that's nice of them.
But then you can't. Well, obviously they play a big part in the game, Dobbo.
Yes.
Invest heavily in the game.
And you're employed by them, yeah.
Yeah. So, but then, you know, to be fair to all the networks, you need to do a presser. We did, I put out a press statement, which we did, and then I had to announce. I didn't even get time to talk to you or some people I wanted to ring. My manager, Chris Orr, as well. I didn't sort of get the chance to speak to him about it either. So it all just happened pretty quickly. So I'm really excited about the end of the year, Dobbo.
It's bloody awesome.
Yeah.
I know we're taking the joke, and I'm actually happy it got out because it wouldn't have held till today.
No.
And I'm really happy that you've been given a 2-year extension. My mail talking to the NRL over the weekend was the player feedback was phenomenal. And I don't know what you know, but I heard unbelievable reviews from the players when they went and did that. And now you've just, it's a 2-year deal, so you'll see them through at least the World Cup and the following year, Pacific Championships. And
there isn't any international football penciled in for
why not
next year, but it will be, right?
Yeah, there will be.
The World Cup back end of this year, there'll be a Pacific Championships or
there'll be something that you'll be involved in. Can I ask you this?
Two things that I was really pleased with, Dobbo. Right, the extension, obviously.
Yep.
The second thing was the feedback from the players.
Yeah,
that's.
You did see, you heard that as well.
Peter and Andrew both said to me about and gave me some information back on what the players were saying. You know, so and as a coach, I know those boys came together really well. They're a talented group. They're also a really good bunch of fellas as well, and they got on famously, which made my job and the rest of the staff as well, their jobs so much easier, you know. But this is the World Cup is we've got to change our focus again for the World Cup because in England it's new to a lot of players and it's fresh and playing at Wembley and these new stadiums, you know. So we're going to be in Australia preparing our first games against New Zealand, right? On nearly
2 weeks after the grand final.
Yeah. So we're going to have to get all of our ducks in a row.
Big time. I mean, you got to.
This New Zealand side,
very good. Yeah, but your side's very good. You've just got to make sure that
we're very good. We're very strong. It's so in New Zealand. There's no easy games. There's 4 or 5 teams there that can win it. Basically, even England, you know, they put a good tournament together. They've got enough talent there with blokes like Herbie Farnworth and Victor Radley now. Like he wasn't available back into last year. So you got Tonga, Samoa. New Zealand, obviously.
Australia,
England.
And some of those other little rougher sides can do some damage as well.
So it'll be a big tournament. We've got an Origin series to get through as well, haven't we? You know.
Can I just ask you this, your coaching lineup? Believe you've said this, Ben Teo, you'd like him.
Yeah, I've reached out to Ben. So
will Ben be one of your assistants?
I would imagine so.
Will Gordy still be part of it or no?
Gordy
said he wasn't going to be a part of it. He was because of his ownership with the
Gordy's
Titans
told me
now.
that that's his holiday time, to be fair.
Yeah.
That's his family time and when he won't be backing up for this year's series.
You need another. Any idea on who your other assistants?
No, I'm just going to have a look around. Just let the dust settle a bit. There's some great people out there. that are looking for opportunities, to coach. So we'll get the right people. Most of the other staff will come back on board, I believe. It's just exciting, Dobbo.
It's going to be very enjoyable.
This just puts a little bit more focus on this year's Origin series, because if you play well in Origin, you put yourself. Some of these players that aren't going to be playing finals football, that are playing Origin, it's a big series for them as far as the end of the year goes.
Well, a player like
Kangaroos.
Max Plath, and we'll get to it. He's,
There
mate.
you go. Dolphins are probably going to be playing finals for
Max Plath is a guy who gets his Origin chance, who you'll be watching closely.
Well, we've been watching him for a while and been very impressed, haven't we?
Yeah.
With his habits and what he's been doing. We've had the whole family on, and we're grateful for that.
Yeah, we are.
We got one of them now
playing,
lacing up for Queensland.
Well, let's get into it. The Queensland. So, congratulations, Kev. I mean, that's the lead of the lead of our podcast today. That Kevin Walters will be the Australian coach for another 2 years. Tell me this, and I don't like asking too personal, but there obviously is a clause in there. Should you get an NRL opportunity?
I haven't put any of those clauses in, but which doesn't bother me.
You're going to coach the Kangaroos. That's the priority.
The other thing, Dobbo, that I just really appreciate the support that the NRL and the faith that they've given me. You know, from the board right through to Peter, and Andrew.
Yeah.
We had Andrew on Fox yesterday at the back end of the Magic Week. What a great job those two and the NRL have done with Magic Weekend. Now they're looking at this with Perth coming in next year to the competition. So the women's state of origin, the first game will be moved somewhere else, and so there'll be a Thursday night game to launch Magic Weekend because we've got an extra game now. So it's going to be, 4 days of men's rugby league, and the women's origin will be slotted in elsewhere in standalone. Yeah, Did you see the numbers for the women's state of origin game on television?
I'm going to get to them in a second. I've actually got the numbers.
That gives me goosebumps, mate.
It was phenomenal. I sat on the sideline. Let's talk the next ones quickly. We're going to look at that. We are going to do it. Unbelievable. Let's talk about Queensland Origin side. Right. Name 1 to 20. Ponga, Selwyn, Hamasai, Toya, Jojo Fafita, Munster, Sam Walker. Then we go to Flegler, which is awesome. You've got from Harry Grant, Tino. Then you go to Kurt Capewell. I was going to say Luke Capewell, Ruben Cotter, and Max Plath, 13, which I love. Yeah, well, for
we've got an indication. We'll keep going with your team
for the bench. Pretty strong bench. And you can talk.
Britton
Nickera, unbelievable.
Right. Lindsay Collins, Pat Carrigan, Trent
Liero, Ezra Mam, Gemmet Shibasaki, and Fini Fuiaki is your 20th man.
So he's the 20th man. He comes into the squad, right?
Yeah, he'll go, but he'll play Thursday night because they take on Canberra. Right. So Fini Fuiaki will play for Canberra. Play for the Dolphins on Thursday night.
Right.
Let's have a look at the New South Wales side as well.
Yeah.
Tedesco, Brian To'o, Crichton holds his spot because Latrell's out. Staggs comes in. Well done, Katoni Staggs.
That's huge for New South Wales.
Kohler, To'o Kohler, he's in there. Geez, that's good. Moses and Cleary, and then Adam Fanua, Blake, Reece Robson, Mitch Barnett, Hudson Young, Hamani Olakawatu, Isaiah Yeo, and then Cam Murray, Victor Radley, Jacob Saifidi, Blake Brayley, Ethan Strange, Casey McLean, Dylan Lucas, 20th man. Both sides. But, let's start with Queensland.
Right.
I think they got it right. I think it's a very well balanced. I suppose
I'm a fan of Reece Walsh, right?
Okay, I'm just going to park Reece for a minute. I want to talk about him, but Ponga's form's been unbelievable.
He's been good.
Selwyn, great to see him back. Sam Walker was the right choice for me as the 7.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. And Max Plath of the 13, I think is spot on. Yeah. I really do. I mean, you could have played Carrigan and put Plath off the bench, but they want obviously to...
Let's just talk about a couple of these selections. Selwyn, Cobbo. Right, well, Ponga first, the fullback.
Okay.
Right? Billy's gone for the guy that's playing...
Form.
His best football.
Yep.
As opposed to Reece, who... A bit of an indifferent game yesterday, but that's Reece.
Reece has been injured, and his form for the last 3 weeks
hasn't been injured too,
but he came back.
But Reece is paying the price for the Broncos' poor form.
Sure.
And so is Gemmet Shibasaki as well. He's paid a price there as well.
Oh, Gem's been off, mate. Gem's been off.
The Broncos have been off, mate.
Yeah. Well,
He's paid a price for it. Now, I've got no problem. Rob Toy, anyway, let's stay on Ponga. So you can understand somewhat Reese's omission, but to be fully left out of the squad, But I think Reese will play a part in the series.
I agree.
Right? A big part. Right? But Ponga, he gets his crack. Good on you, Kalen. Right? Selwyn. Let's Selwyn Cobbo. When he took his first carry last
Friday night,
I thought he's
on here.
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah,
and he's been doing that for the last month, Selwyn. And he hasn't played for Queensland. Didn't play in last year's series, so he's earned his spot. Toya, he's a leg in. He's in great touch. Hammer's got to be there somewhere. We get it. Jojo Fafita is an interesting.
Yeah. Nanai was so Murray Tuolungi was available.
Yeah.
But they went with Jojo Fafita.
I'm going to think why Billy's gone with Jojo. He's fit, he's healthy, he's ready to go. Right? Tulungi's another one of those guys that's been in and out. He's had hamstring injuries, a couple of HIAs. So you can understand from Billy's point of view where he's gone there. Cameron Munster, well.
Picks himself. And
is he the captain?
He's a skipper.
He's the captain, right. Now, the halfback was a big one too, Dobbo.
Yeah.
Bit of noise around possibly Kalen to 7.
Or Clifford.
Didn't like it, or Clifford. Clifford would be okay. He'd be good. He wouldn't let Queensland down. But Sam deserves his spot in the side.
Sam was 19th man 4 years ago, right?
And he probably wasn't ready then.
Yeah, but he's been injured and hasn't been right and available every time that this. And in a lot of ways, Sam Walker believes he is the halfback for Queensland. Just got off the phone to Benny's dad a little earlier.
I called him this morning.
And mate, they're really happy. They were all out to dinner last night.
Yeah.
But the story about Kirk, you got to understand the Capewell Walker connection. Kurt Capewell played at the Jets. They're very firm family friends. They've played football together in the backyard. Kurt and Sam have always wanted to play together, play a game.
They get a
chance.
Guess
what? They get a chance at an origin level on the big stage, Queensland. Yeah. I like the one story I like out of all of it is the Tom Flegler story. Yeah. Been on this show, 18 months out of the game. Thought he might have to medically retire.
Was his last Origin appearance?
Yep. And he said, you know what? No, I'm going to get back. He's had 9 games and he's back in there. And
he's perfect for this role to start this game because you need a bit of fire and brimstone.
Yeah.
Right? And he will bring plenty of that. So I'm so happy for
It's a really
Fleg.
Balanced side, Kev.
And Tino, mate.
Yeah.
Right? Tino, love him in the front row. Ruben Cotter in great touch. Kurt Capewell in great touch. Max Plath.
Yeah.
I knew Max was a shoe-in when you could hear glowing reports from Billy Slater about him last week.
Yeah. So we knew that. What do you make of the New South Wales side?
Very strong. Very strong.
Tedesco over Edwards?
That's a coach's call.
Yeah.
Right? And how they want to structure their
But what about this forward back, this front row? Adam Fanua-Blake, Reece Robson, Mitch Barnett, Hudson Young, Ola Kawadu, Isaiah.
I just want to go back to Katoni because he's a favourite of mine as well. Loved what him in that side. He's ready for Origin now.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe a few years ago he was ready, but he's not as ready as he is now. Look at this backline, Dobbo, from New South Wales.
It's slick.
Tedesco deserves his spot. He's been there for a long time. Steve Crichton, is he any mail over the weekend? Because he looked to be a bit injured.
Yeah, he looked a bit injured, but
he'll go to the left side and Katoni playing the right. Kohler, what about his try that he scored?
Unbelievable.
Then you got Mitchell Moses and Cleary. That's a very strong New South Wales side. No surprises really. I can't wait for Hudson Young and Tom Flegler to lock horns.
Mate, what about Radley?
They've got a bit of history, these two.
But what about Radley? Radley's the one. Mate, he come from Radley is made for Origin.
Yeah.
You don't think there's not going to be a stink with Radley? My God, he's born to play. He's
come off a suspension, hasn't he?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Seriously, you can't pick this stuff.
And the Panthers last night, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but Cleary and To'o, very good, in great touch. And Olakalatu as well. He's just
unbelievable. He's a wrecking ball. So they're the Origin teams, and obviously we'll talk a bit more about Origin as we get a bit closer, but lots of changes, and I think everybody's
now
both
New South
sides.
Wales are favourites as we start the show today.
That's always the way.
Rightly so at home, but this toss the coin in the air, mate.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Are you going down for Origin?
Yep, I'll be down there from Friday.
Friday. Yeah, that's right. You camp at the hotel and get all the news.
I'm not doing that.
You do, mate.
I've got another thing on. I've got an event on Friday. I'm at Brookvale.
In Sydney?
Yeah, and I'm at Brookvale on Saturday, Sinbin on Sunday. Rather than fly home, I'm staying down.
Right.
I'm not camped outside the hotel.
Don't sound like you've got to be in Sydney. Like, look at you.
I'm
You're loving it,
working.
mate.
I'm
This
working.
is the best part of the year, Origin. Well, apart from the World Cup, this is in finals. This is a great time of the year.
Speak with yourself.
Right.
Okay, Magic Weekend highlight. Before we start, what was your highlight?
Well, it's not really a highlight, but what about those New Zealand Warriors fans
Yeah. You thought
behind the in goal area?
Yeah, they were crazy. Yeah, nuts.
There are so many, and that's what the Magic round is all about, is bringing all the fans together. I saw a couple of fights on social. Was there a bit of
bush and shove? But there was
was there any blues at the Caxton Darcy? No.
25,000 walked down the main street from the Lord Alfred.
What?
Warriors fans yesterday. They did a
into
march
the stadium?
into the stadium. They did a march.
Oh my God!
You should see the footage of them all coming down.
Well, we'll get Darcy to chop some stuff up and put it on.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Were they singing or were they just marching?
All marching. They had the march. They had the march from there. The Warriors fans.
Well, we had Sean Johnson on Fox, obviously, and they asked him to lead the march, but he couldn't. He had to do television commitments.
Of course they did, but mate, there's some scary dudes.
So that was a highlight. The Dolphins put the cleaners through South, which we'll maybe talk a little bit about.
I thought the biggest.
What's your big moment,
The
Dobbo?
biggest statement for me was Manly. 3 losses in a row, and then since Foreign's got in there, they've been unbelievable. I did that game against the West Tigers. Now I understand
the
the West
Tigers
Tigers
are depleted,
but mate,
they didn't stand a chance, really, did they?
They have got.
They're clinical what they're doing.
And pace. You always say you got to have speed. They have got speed, mate. And mate, big forwards through the middle, then they go wide.
Yeah, but Dobbo, it's not just go wide. They've got plans around.
Mate,
I saw a couple of set plays.
Unbelievable.
From the Manly side, and they worked a treat. And you know what? You can tell when teams put on these set pieces that they've been working on for weeks, months to get right in a game against specific defenders and defensive teams, and it was great. A good performance. It was very good. Now he's going to get re-signed, obviously.
Yeah, it's nearly done.
Right,
be announced in the next week.
He could put himself at $1 million, and I reckon they'd have to sign
I don't know if they've got $1 million, but he is locked in. He'll be a 3-year deal.
He's pretty hot at the moment, old Kieran.
He's going well, and
he's
got the Titans. They got the Titans this week. I mean, they are really starting to stack wins.
Have they got? They haven't got a player in Origin either, have they?
No. Oh, Kola.
Two. And Olakuatu.
And Olakuatu. Yeah, but Kola and Olakuatu.
All right. When's Tommy back? Is he back
3 weeks, and that will be Falala will have to drop out of that side. Mate, he's going great guns.
He might go in for when Kola.
Well, Lehigh Hopperati's in a bit of trouble this week. He's going to have to take a week as well for pushing over Grant Atkins.
Well, he got stumbled twice, didn't he?
Yeah,
Atkins.
Twice. Atkins. Mate, we are trying to get him on the pod. We are trying to get Grant Atkins.
You were hunting the referees up hard on the sideline.
And Jerry.
You're quite friendly with the referees.
Yeah, I know.
You've got a little bit of a relationship there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Geez, you're good, Dobbo.
We like the referees.
We do.
All right.
The referees, there's no game, Dobbo.
Now, the difference was you said Kalen Ponga and Adam Reynolds.
Yeah.
For this week's difference.
Hey, I got Renault right. 2 tries.
Yeah, but he wasn't the difference. Well,
he tried to be the difference.
The difference for Clear Mountain Stud, the 4 Alpine Edge weanlings are arriving at the Magic Millions complex this Wednesday. Right. So, they're available for inspection right up until the auction time on Sunday the 24th. So over the next 4 days from Wednesday, you can have a look. Come and have a look and speak to Mick and the Clear Mountain Stud staff. They'll be eager to parade them for you. They are impressive and they look superb. We might even get a couple of photos up of them on our Instagram page.
Just go and have a chat to Mick.
And Bob. They've all been raised at the stud on the Darling Downs and they are ready to go. Media and pedigrees are available at Magic Millions website under Clear Mountain Stud Draft. So just go to Clear Mountain Stud. You can also get in contact with them, clearmountainstud.com.au. Call, email, find them on socials. They're happy to help. If you need a stadium for your mare, adjustment of any kind, please get in contact. They've got a top-class property, very reasonable rates, and they want to do business. And they are a very good family.
Well, Dobbo, we need to go and see him because
Bob's reached out. We're getting in a horse.
Right, because 6 more songs.
Yeah,
been retired.
Yeah, well, good.
It's got a knee problem, so it's been retired,
Well,
unfortunately.
all I can tell you is the 4 Alpine Edge Weanlings, they're arriving at the complex this Wednesday. They were the difference. And thank you, Bob. We will get some more photos of it, and we'll talk about it this week.
They're not so happy, Bob and Michael, at the moment.
No, well, they're Broncos
on the
fans.
weekend's performance.
No, they're
Bob
Broncos fans.
sent me some text when I was commentating about the referee and the penalty count. So he's not happy, Bob.
Well, you know what? Let them go. Let them go. So I'm looking forward to seeing Bob. Mate, the penalty count was appalling.
Yeah,
but
Bob,
that's
I don't disagree with Bob.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, but we're not going to get too much. Okay. Here we go.
Let's get some footy talk.
Let's get some footy talk. I'll talk quickly about the Women's State of Origin, and I'll just give you some numbers as well, because Riley Green texts me, and he's like,
Riley Green is, for those that don't know.
He's from Channel 9. Right. Riley Mackay, sorry. Okay, here we go. Women's State of Origin Game 2, which saw New South Wales defeat the Queensland Maroons 14-10, scored a national TV reach of 2.009 million and a total TV audience of over 1 million people. On 9 Now, it was recorded as BVOD audience of 287, up an impressive 42% year on year. Wow. Women's State of Origin was also the top-rating sporting show of the night nationally across total people, all key demos. It recorded 346 more national total TV views than the AFL fixture on the Thursday night.
Which was the Lions and Collingwood
and Geelong.
A Geelong rematch of the grand
Women's
final.
State of Origin Game 2 was Australia's number one program Thursday, with people 25 to 54 and people 16 to 39, and a time slot winner for total people on all key demos. It was also the number one program across the key demos. Well done for Brisbane, Metro and 5 cities. Well done. I was at the game.
Yeah, I didn't.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I told you, I just loved it, mate. It was
came
awesome.
through the TV as a great match. Everyone thought,
I know
that New South Wales were going to storm it in, but gee, that Queensland girls put up a huge fight. Unfortunately, though, Dobbo, that's series done now for the Maroons, isn't it? Game 3, it will be on the Gold Coast.
Yep, in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Yep.
There's never a dead rubber with Origin. This game will mean a lot to the Queenslanders, and they probably deserve to sneak at least one win out of the series given their performance. But the Origin can be cruel, so the girls got to regroup and get ready for Game 3.
We are ready to roll now. Let's talk about the Magic Round. And look, there's been a lot of games.
We won't talk a whole lot about.
No, we're not going to bob down too much.
A couple of big points.
Bulldogs, Sharks. Sharkies, they did well. 30.6 at half time.
Yeah. No, the game was over at halftime, Dobbo.
It was over at halftime.
What's happening with the Bulldogs? Anything you catch anything over the weekend?
No,
they're in strife, mate. The Bulldogs,
massive trouble.
They just look all out of sync, and even their better players are sort of dipping with form. You know, so
I agree with that.
I don't know what the solution is there, but Cameron Sorrello in his presser said that their training habits are good. So that
that might be the problem.
That normally transfers into
but that
games.
might be the problem. Well, they take on Melbourne on Friday night, 6 o'clock game, and we'll be looking at that. If they don't win then,
you might have them to go on the coast of Melbourne.
Melly will put a line through them now.
Yeah.
I'm close.
I think someone put the maths up. They've got to win 10 of their next 14 games to make the finals. Would that be right?
Yeah, that'd be right. South, they were very disappointing. Dolphins they're starting to just really.
Wayne said South were embarrassing. He used that in the presser.
Yeah, and they went very well. Dolphins fast start, too strong with the bunnies. 5 tries to 2.
Just on the Dolphins, we're not going to skip over them. Where you got them now? The Dolphins, top 8 clearly. You had them out of the 8. Well,
I took a bet that they would make the 8.
Right. Well, you better.
I've got to change that.
What do they call that? Lay off.
Yeah. I've got to
lay off on something because they're looking smoking hot. They've got how many they got in the Origin side? They've got 5. They got Plath,
Cobbo, Hammer, Fini Fuiaki, Flegler. Yeah, they're going great.
Yeah, so they're on the march. The Dolphins, they're 5th or 6th, I think they are.
Yeah, just outside the top 4. And they've got Canberra on Thursday night. In Canberra.
Right, so they got a few out.
Yeah, Trey Fuller comes in.
Are they getting...
Mate, they keep their centres, right? Fini Fuiaki's there. It's funny. Trey Fuller comes in for Hammer, right?
Straight swap.
So, Cobbo, where you've got Nafahu, Tavita Nafahu comes in on the wing there.
Yep.
And so
Avarillo's
still out. So you keep Bostock and you keep Herbie. They're there. And obviously the other winger's right. Then you lose Finney Fuiaki. Well, you've got the junkyard dog in Kurt Donahue who comes back in.
I like him.
They've Oren Keeley. They've
Good
got
depth.
some really good depth in this time.
Keeley's
so
a good player as well.
They miss Plath big out. They miss Flegg big out. But you got Frankie Molo. You've got some blokes there that can get the job done.
Kafusi could get in there, rip in.
Yeah.
And then they got Herbie still parked there.
Yeah.
He's
and
a Rolls Royce.
Trey Fuller just comes in. Oh, we'll just bring Trey Fuller in.
Trey's decent. He's
just
good
play
enough to
fullback.
play, right?
Yep.
Herbie was rolling the other night, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was good. He was very good. 32 points to 10. They did it well. Manly, we just talked about them. They are rolling very nicely. 46 points. Tigers, not that impressive.
Big Ronnie.
Yeah, he did well. The Manly was very good. The match of the round was Cowboys versus the Roosters, and the Cowboys winning 18-12.
Just the 12 points for the Roosters. That's a great effort by the Cows. No JT, Jolson Tomalolo, and no Tommy Dearden. That's a great result for the Cowboys. Well, everyone's waiting for the Cowboys to fall off the cliff.
They're not going to, mate. They're not going to.
You got them back up now?
They're in the top 8.
What about Ruben Cotter's performance? Did you see? And the sin bin.
Yeah, it shouldn't have happened.
Oh, please. Anyway,
I'm pleased you've actually watched a bit of football this weekend for a change.
I watched every game.
It was quite
mate.
good.
Hey, Dobbo, I watched every game.
Hey, mate. Well,
but Liam Sutton, let's give him a bit of a shout out.
Big rap, mate. Great debut.
Did you see the photos on Fox post game with all the shirts? And that's great when that stuff happens,
I love that.
mate. That's unreal.
Yeah, they did well.
Good on you, Liam. Well done, buddy.
Well done. Make a debut. Now, Eels v Storm. Storm were just too good. It's just too good. They rolled along nicely. Yesterday's game, it was 6-all at half time, Titans and Knights, and then the Knights went and put 30 points on in the second half.
I sort of thought I could feel that the damn wall was going to bust at some stage. They were pretty. They tried hard a lot, the Titans. It wasn't effort that was sort of just a couple of individual lapses, and that try out of dummy half that Dane Gagai scored. That shouldn't have happened. That try.
Campbell turned the wrong way.
Well,
he's a marker,
when
and
you're
he
in
looked
that
away.
position,
Yeah,
you meant to just hold there.
Yeah,
right. When your role at marker is your job is to protect the dummy half and get him. If he moves, you go with him, particularly when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He went the wrong way, and old Gags, 35-year-old Gags, just took the money. What about this Fletcher Sharp? Jeez.
Good footballer.
Dobbo. I'm surprised.
I had a little multi yesterday.
Did you?
I had Fletcher Sharp to score.
Well, he got 2.
Right. I had Dom Young to score.
He got 3.
And I had bloody Jojo Fafita to score.
Oh, he was over the line.
He never scored. He dropped the ball.
Dobbo.
$100 to win 900.
No, you got plenty, mate.
Anyway.
Origin series rolling in. The cash just keeps turning over.
Get out of it.
Got new boots on today. Look at you.
No, I haven't. Warriors and Broncos. We talked about that. Broncos got absolutely belted.
Got smoked, mate.
They got belted. One thing we do know is the Warriors are a very good side.
They're the real.
They're the real deal,
mate. The Broncos, and I've faced this before. We know about this story.
This reminds me of 24. It really does. It reminds me of 24. Injuries just play a huge role, and it takes its toll. 42 points to 12, they were humbled.
They're missing a lot of players, and you can't stay up for that long, and squeeze your other players. You can win a game or two, but not consistently. Now, when's Payne? He's obviously not involved in Origin.
2 more weeks.
Back after the bye, is he?
They got St George in 2 weeks. I think you'll see a few more come back. But
right. Billy's not back till around
back
18
another
to 20.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Right. Who else we got? Corey Jensen.
Not playing this year.
He won't play this year.
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
I'll tell you who was good yesterday was Xavier Willison again.
He's very good.
Right.
Yeah.
Renault's back. He picked up a couple of tries. Ezra's there. Katoni Staggs is a big one.
Well, you're not going to have them, mate.
No, but get through the Origin period. They've just got to get themselves in the 8, the Broncos.
That's what they have to do, and then see how they are.
Yeah, and mate, Reece, there'll be a reaction to this from Reece Walsh.
Oh, no question.
He's that type of. He's got a lot of pride in himself.
Panthers continue the Dragons losing ways. Now
Fox.
I saw that. I heard you there. You and Dan. They had a go, the Dragons.
Oh, they had a huge go, and he changed things around a bit with his back row, which needs to be commended. But what about the no try from Cookie?
Seriously,
You were still there at the ground, obviously,
mate.
working.
It's a try.
That's a try, isn't it? If you're
Every
a
day of the
Dragons
week.
fan, that's a try.
That's a try.
That may have changed the outcome. I don't think it would have, but it would have given the Dragons a little bit of energy going into half time because they deserve to be, at least level. What were they down 12-0 at half time? But that Panthers side, Cleary had the headband on.
Yep.
Got a whack in the ear.
Yep. Perfect. He keeps on going, and he's been named, and he's very good. Okay. Questions for Kev, and there's lots of them. Kev, they've just come from everywhere.
Righto.
Tony Scragg, are the Warriors the real deal this year, and from what you've seen?
Yes, they are. Top 4 side, definitely. I think it's back to 2023 with the Warriors. I feel like they're consistent. They fell away a bit last year, but this year I think they're a top 4 side. Well, they are. They're sitting second at the moment. They will stay in the top 4. And if they can get 2 home finals, that makes them very dangerous, Dobbo.
Yep. Can I ask you this?
Now, the injury to Tanner Boyd, right?
Massive out.
Bad one, right? We feel for him, but they've got
Tamari Martin, they've got Metcalf as well.
Both of those boys parked there, ready to go.
Yeah,
that's a bit of a blessing there.
Kev, do refs ever have their performance reviewed independently?
Yeah, well, Dobbo and I reviewed them on the weekend on the sideline.
Yeah, we did.
We gave some advice to her.
Yeah, I did.
Who'd we give some advice? There's a couple of referees.
Jerry Collins, Jerry Sutton, and Grant Atkins.
Yeah, you tried to get them on the potty.
Yeah, we want them on there, but they won't come on.
They're not allowed to talk.
They're muzzled. They're muzzled.
A bit like
they're actually very good blokes, both those guys. Look,
you find all the referees, they're champions,
really good fellas.
You know?
And I want to personalise their lives a bit because we all just look at the referees and we go, "Oh, bloody Ashley guy." Well, let's get to know them.
They're doing their best though, Dobbo.
Yeah.
That's a tough gig. Have you ever refereed? Like I've refereed at training different times. It's the worst job in the world. Seriously, the players. Man, you just saying, get him on. Like seriously, shut up.
Did the overuse of the field attribute to Tanner Boyd's injury?
No, I don't think so. No, but again, we might have to get to the NRL physio to ask that one. I just think it's just bad luck, Dobbo.
This one, what is up with the Broncos? Why don't we buy some bigger forwards? They are in the market, big time. They are aware there is a shortage in the middle. Mitch Barnett coming.
Xavier, how big do you want him? Xavier Willison's.
And Vijay Samu is
he's looking the goods, mate.
Yeah, he got knocked out. He got knocked out in the end, but
I thought Orblick's.
Yeah, he's getting better.
He was coming with more game time.
Yeah, he's getting better. Hey, Kev, your favourite type of coffee? Congrats on being extended.
Skinny, flat white, half sugar.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. The Broncos back in trouble. Can we blame Ashley Client for some of it? Yeah.
No. Never blame the referee.
What about the penalty count?
Penalty was 8-1. 10-1.
It was 12-0.
12. No, it wasn't.
It was 12-0
you're
at one
stage. You're
side.
a bit of touch on there because you're...
No, I'm not. I was there. I was doing... It might have been 9-0 to start off with.
Oh, hang on. Our producer, Darcy.
25 sets. The Broncos had 9.
Right. 25 sets to 9. That doesn't... Yeah. It was a bit lopsided. But some of it was their own ill-discipline, Dobbo, and desperation.
Yeah, there was some stupid stuff by Ricky. Drag him out over the line. Anyway. Touchy subject.
Don't come on top of poor old Rick. He's had a good season.
This is something I want to... Well done, B. Ewing, 97. How was Wade Egan allowed to stay on the field when Walsh got HIA and Barnett never even got put on report?
No.
That was garbage. And Egan was knocked out. That was a joke.
Yeah, that was a joke.
I know you probably can't say that. That was a joke.
Your voice there,
that was bad. I just remembered that. That was bad.
That was a bad one. He should have come straight from the field. They should have stopped the play and he should have been removed from the field of play.
For Dobbo, are refs having too much say on the game?
No.
They're just officiating to what the guidelines. I understand they're saying fatigue is creeping in. I get that, and I don't love the game at the moment. I don't love these blowout scores. But if you lose possession and it sways, it can be gone by half time now. So you need to be disciplined. I
heard a stat flying around Suncorp yesterday. It might have been after the first game that they tallied up all the points from this year's Magic weekend. Points scored versus last year. Have a guess which year had the most? Last year. Did you see that one floating around?
No, I didn't see it.
What are they? The fans are screaming out, that there's too many points being scored, but it's less than last year? Were there some blowouts last year? Imagine?
Yeah, I don't know.
Apart from yourself blowing out at the Caxton
I can't remember. In your opinion, who's currently in the lead for Rookie of the Year? That's
Rookie
a good question.
Year.
Rookie of the Year? I think Cooper Bye would be the standout at the moment.
Oh,
I think what he's doing, what Cooper Bye is doing at the moment.
Jackson, Purdue, they've already
Joey
played.
Walsh is very good.
Joey Walsh.
Cooper Clark from Melbourne.
What about his try? Yeah.
I think Cooper Bye's, to me, probably at the moment the Rookie of the Year. I think
he looks the goods, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's playing good football.
Surely he'll be a target for the Chiefs, Dobbo. You heard much around that?
I think so. Dolphins' last 3 wins is Dolphin 4020, built on defence. Can they maintain it? I think they
Dolphin
are.
4020 still listening to us.
Yeah, he's there.
He's back on. They've won a few games.
Yeah,
he's
I know.
back on.
Do you think the Broncos have stuffed their season?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Not even halfway through the year yet.
We're talking about that HIA. Why haven't the Broncos got their discipline in check? They were terrible 6 agains.
Yeah, I got to agree there. You got to get your discipline right, but they just the Warriors put you under pressure, and if you haven't got Payne House that through the middle, it does make it hard, Dobbo.
No. We've got a great guest this week for us coming on.
Yeah.
He'll be dropped
he's had
later.
2 careers, hasn't he?
Now he's in his second at the moment. He doesn't mind eating food either.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Anyway, we will get to that. I hope you have a great one. We're going to do a lot of Origin content hopefully this week as well.
Yeah. Now listen, this starts to heat up our net with you and I for Origin.
No, it's not. We're both Queenslanders, mate.
No, not so much that, but just the workload.
Yeah, we'll be right.
Yeah.
We'll be right. Keep on trucking. Hey, have a good one, and we'll see you again. Thank you for listening to our round 11 overview of the Magic Round and Inside Ball, and we'll catch you again later in the week.